Hey, listen, it's getting late now. It's getting late. Go to bed. Don't go to that fridge. Go to bed. Don't you do it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Hardbody Time. For today's video, I'm actually in my car getting ready to walk into the store, Walmart, and pick up some last minute stuff. I hate going to Walmart, and be honest with you. Not that I'm too good for it, but Walmart, man, I ain't a fan of Walmart no more. I've outgrown Walmart in a lot of ways, but they still have some nice stuff. Anyway, I want to tell you guys, I get a lot of questions about this. What should I be eating? It's late at night. We've all been here, right? Especially if you're dieting. You did good all day. You hit your calories, you hit your macros. You done did good all day, ate all the right foods you needed to, got the protein in, kept your carbs and your fats in check. You did it the right way. But now, it's getting late, it's 10:30, going on 11 at night, and you hungry. You hungry, ooh, you hungry. And you don't know what you should be eating. You don't know if you should be eating. You don't know if you've waited too long in the day to eat. You just need help. Listen, I'm going to help you out right here. I'm going to help you out. This video is for those who struggle, those particularly dieting. If you're not dieting, I don't know why you would be watching this. But if you are, I'm going to give you some tips. First thing, the reason why you may be hungry at night could be a couple things. A lot of times when people go on diets, even though I hate the word, well, let's just say this. A lot of times when people like to cut back on their calories or on their certain macronutrients, they find themselves a little deprived or depleted by the end of the day. And it may not be after the first day, but maybe after a series of a pattern of days. And some of y'all can relate to this. If you've really been super tight on your nutrition, under eating for a pattern of days, you'll find yourself one random night being just ravenous. You're just craving. You're ready to go in the fridge and tear everything up in that fridge. You ready to go in there and tear it up right now. But listen. Check this out. That can happen when you scale back a little too much too soon on your caloric intake. You'll find yourself in those situations. So I'm going to help you out. If you're somebody who's been scaling back on your calories and you find yourself super hungry at night, my advice is this: get in check with your body, get in tune with your body, and you can do what we would like to call a strategy where you kind of cycle your caloric intake. You know, you kind of, I don't want to say roller coaster. That just sounds like a bad analogy. But you might want to go through phases where on days you're training, you eat a little bit more food. On days you're not training, rest, recovery days, you're eating less food. The reason being, if you're not training, you're not burning up those extra calories. That's a recovery day. Maybe stay around your baseline or a little bit under. Days you're training, get a little bit more food in, and actually schedule your meals to where you're not eating you're not finishing up your food quite so early in the day. I know a lot of people finish eating around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the day. And what happens is you're not going to bed till like 10:30, 11 for the next day. You're going to be hungry, especially depending on what the content of that meal is. Another situation I want to help people with is a lot of people simply don't know what to eat. Maybe they work all day and they get their workout in at night. Let's say you work a 9 to 5, you get to the gym at 5:45, 6 o'clock, you put in your hour, or an hour and a half in the gym, you really burn up a good sweat, pump those muscles up, and now you go home and you're hungry and you're home at 7:30, you gotta be in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. You're like, man, what should I be eating? I'm hungry. I'm ready to go in here and tear up everything in the fridge. Listen, I'm gonna help you out right here. Now, keep in mind, what I'm telling you is coming from personal experience. This is what has worked best for me. If you have any nutritional, anything serious going on, anything with your hormones or anything like that, definitely consult somebody. But again, this is coming from me and what's worked best for me and a few clients I've dealt with in the past. So I've backed this up with a little bit of experience. The best thing to do when you're hungry, is to actually eat. Now, hear me out. You don't want to eat anything heavy, right? I'm not telling you go in the kitchen and whip up a full plate of steak and potatoes, right? Like, we don't need anything like that. Or when you get in the kitchen to eat something high sugar, because usually that's what happens. We get hungry. We don't want the clean stuff. We want to eat bad. Now listen, you got to have some discipline. I need you to trust me on this. You need to lose the weight. You need to have some discipline. I'm encouraging you to not go to bed super hungry, but I'm not telling you to go in there and tear up the Oreos and the bag of chips you left out. Don't do that. Be smart about this. The best thing for you to do when you're hungry like that and it's late at night and you know you just had a good workout is to supplement yourself with a lean protein and a high fat meal. And what I mean by that is something lean and protein, high fat. Could be anything from, I know I joked about steak, but maybe not the potatoes part. Something that is a nice meat. Maybe it's a protein shake, a protein supplement, something low in carbs. There's a lot of good protein brands, but a lot of them have a lot of carbs. You need something that's a little more clean or isolate, but also a good fat source to help with your satiety. So you're not getting those hunger pains middle of the night. The reason why I'm telling you to avoid carbs, and I know I get on blast keto and I knock a lot of people that are so anti-carb, but you don't want to get carbs in that late at night, especially within a couple hours of going to bed, is because you don't want to have a big insulin spike before you go to sleep. When you're going to sleep, I preach all about recovery. You need to go to sleep. You need to relax your mind, relax your body. The last thing you need is a sugar rush before you go to sleep, or to spike your blood sugar before you go to bed. Like, let's try to avoid that if at all possible. A nice lean protein, and something with some good fats in it. And again, don't go too crazy. If you know you're somebody that you're following a certain macro or caloric goal, scale your meals back later in the day so that when you get to that last meal, it has that good protein intake and that good fat intake that'll hold you over before you go to bed. I practice intermittent fasting, but the reason why I don't tell a lot of people to is because a lot of people is simply can't handle it. A lot of people have their lives are so busy and so structured in a certain way to where if they stopped eating 4 or 5 or 6 in the afternoon, they know they're going to be hungry by the time it's time to go to bed. And if you're a creature of habit and if you're somebody who's used to eating really, really heavy meals late in the day, or sneaking and getting that ice cream midnight snack or that bag of chips, this is going to be an adjustment period for you. But like I said, it's about discipline, y'all. Not about deprivation, but about discipline. You got to be disciplined in this. So again, the best way to do it is to make sure you scale your meals back later in the day, just about 2 hours before you anticipate going to sleep. And again, make sure that last meal is something that is very, very rich in protein and healthy fats. And you should be okay. You should be okay. But don't overdo it on your diet, guys. Don't overdo it in your nutrition to the point that you're going to be hungry and you know you're going to be hungry and ravenous after a few days. That's where refeeds and things like that come in to pick up your body where you're depleted. But I'll make another video about refeeds and cheat days. I know I've made one before, but I'll make another one later on. Like I always tell you guys, the advice is free. Hustle is sold separately. Thank you guys for the questions. I know I missed last Friday on Free Talk Friday, but we are coming back this week. Send me an email, guys, if you have any topic in particular you want me to touch on, and I'll try to make a video about it as soon as I can. You guys be good. Go out and get this work.